Welcome, everybody. I sure hope that I have some audio. I don't see any audio here, but let me know if you can hear me, because I can't tell. Let's see what's going on here. Well, the green light's on. I have no idea. Can you guys hear me okay? All right. Okay, great. That's all I needed. I mean, there's no indication on this thing whether sound is on or whatever. Well, anyway, everybody knows that I went through my Continental and I used the ink pens and this, that, and this is not really a big deal. What I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to finish cleaning out the ink pens that I used. I've had them in my sonic washer for probably 15 minutes. I'm going to finish cleaning those out. I'm going to turn this airplane over and bone out the bottom and get this ready to go. Them guys are probably out there flying right now. But I got home, I went to sleep, I just woke up, I just too tired. So let's do that. I mean, if you guys got any questions or anything of what the heck I'm doing, this is a real messy proposition. It's terrible, but I got to do it. So let's switch cameras here. All right. So this is the parts basket from the sonic washer. Inside these rapidiographs, I'll take one apart and show you what's in there. This one's froze solid. You pull the back half of this off. You got to be so careful with these. You can kill them. And even though I've done it a few times, I still might kill it. I'll try to get a close up of it. There's a piston right here, and on that piston, there's a wire. Can you see that little? There you go. Right. See that little wire sticking out of there? That wire goes down into a tube. This piston or this hair is about the size of a hair, and you can just kill your pen by taking that out. But in order for it to flow ink through the tube, that piston's got to be clean. It's got to be rattling in there. And this one here, I think I've left set way too long. The ideal thing to do is to clean these out after every use. This one here, I'm not even sure I can save it. I'll try, but it's this was a set. This one here was a set that I bought off of eBay, and my best advice is don't buy rapidiographs used, because you'll end up getting them like this. My other red is the one that I used a week ago, and so I mean they're not going to dry up crusty like this in a week. But we'll try to save this one, see if we can. Now, if you're looking for an exciting video, this is not going to be it. Just spending some time doing the normal things that I do. Boy, this thing is terrible. Let's get some sandpaper on it. I might could save it with some sandpaper, but I don't know. I can't get on that hair if I bend that hair or anything that the pen's throw away. So now you got to try to get it back in there. That's the trick. Ah, it went in. Unbelievable. So let's see if it clunks when I put this cap on it. I got 91 proof alcohol in that. Nope. Nope. It's got to rattle. If you look at that, this one here is another red, but I've already cleaned this out. This is the one that I used last week, and it rattles. So this one's a good one. We're going to have to probably let that one soak another bit of time, but I won't go into that. I want to get at least one set. I got 2 sets of rapidographs here. I want to get at least one set cleaned. Let's see here. So we got this red. We need a holder. So we put this back in. It goes into the holder like this. This is the quill. You got a little wrench here. Now I can hear that piston moving up and down in there, so we know that's a good one. Okay, so I've got the inkwell cleaned on this one. I'll put that on. The inkwell holder, or the screw. Yeah, no problem. Like I say, these pens are about $25 a piece. They're ridiculously expensive. Nobody inks anymore, so they're hard to come by. Most drafting shops don't even have them. If you get a hold of Chris Rigotti, he knows a pen that's a throwaway pen that kind of like an artist, a quill, but not exactly. Steadliner, that's the name of them. That's what he uses. They work. They're only about $3 a piece. But I have been an old silk and dope and ink and all that kind of guy for so long that I can't bring myself to use some of this new stuff. So what do we got here? This is a 260, but this is an old cap. We want the new cap on the new pen. New cap, new pen. We got any chatters? Doesn't look like it. No, that's not a black mark. That's one pen down. Let's put the orange one together, and we'll put this other one back in the tank, and I'll let it run for another couple of days. Then we'll get to rubbing, doing some other stuff. I reworked my flight box the other night. I made a set of lines. You know, the Nats is only about a month away. So I got to get out there and fly, and I'm probably going to do that this weekend. So we got the brown is good. That's a 1/50. This green one's clogged. Yellow one's good. The gray one is good. Tan one is good. Now the red one is good. So we're good there. Get at least one set back together. So we need a green. I'm going to have to soak the green. And we need this yellow. Okay, this one here is rattling, so this is a good one. I'll put it back in a holder. That's a 4/120. That's a big line there. Big line. Yeah, I have to go through this all the time. I mean, it's just part of using ink. That one's going to need to be clean. This red one's going to need to clean. We got 11 watchers. Unbelievable. This is probably just as boring as sanding and rubbing. And if you're going to clean these things, get them clean. Don't leave ink in them. I mean, this ink really stains. This is the same kind of ink you use for tattoos. Permanent. Forever. It's messy. I'm not going to clean both sets. I'm just going to get one set together. Mark it as clean. So that's clean. That's good. The orange. Man, my hay fever. You know, I'm thinking about, I got to build an airplane. I've got to do the RC build. And I've got to build next year's Nats airplane. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a series on drawing it up on the napkin, putting out the numbers, and building it from scratch. Would you guys be interested in that? Draw it out on paper with the numbers, airfoils and all. So we got that in there. And we got that. So we're missing a pen. We're missing a green. And this green, yep, it's filthy. So we'll run that in the parts washer. Change the water. Dish soap. Oh man, a lot there. So we're gonna set 480 heating. Let her rip. Okay, so I've got that in the parts washer now. That's probably the best investment I ever made for pens is that parts washer. Put that in there too. Sonic cleaners work really well. Let's see if there's a clean green in here. No, I have no clean green in that either. Okay, so this set of pens. This set of pens we'll work on later. Okay, let me dump this out. Wipe up the mess. So I've been on 18 minutes, got nothing done except for making a mess. I've got to clean my hands before I touch this airplane. If I'd have been smart, I'd have been wearing gloves, except I don't have any. I guess John's flying right now. Okay, let's go back to this other one. Oops, wrong one. And I know you guys are tired of seeing this, but I've got to work on it. Where the heck is it? That one right there. You know, 6 thumbs up. A lot of guys say they're dedicated, and a lot of guys say they work on their stuff, but I'm continually working on this stuff. Hey. tripped up there. Let me wipe my hands off. Talked to Jim Lynch the other night. He's not doing so well. You guys need to get him on a prayer list or prayer chain or whatever. We need to lift old Jim up. He's got some problems. You talk about a craftsman. That guy is a craftsman. So many of us are going away. That's why at least when I'm gone, hopefully this channel will live in posterity, and or some of the things that I've put forward will live. Look at that stuff, man. That stuff really stains your hair. I'm using 91 proof alcohol. I bet thinner wouldn't even take it off. And that just having to wear off. Okay, that's good enough. So now the bone out. You say, well, what the hell is that? Well, the only way you can get a shiny airplane is sanding. As everybody knows, I'm a sander. Sander of airplanes. Now this is pretty good, but it'll even get shinier. And without any weight gain. You're not putting any more paint on it. Let me show you what I mean. Now the bottom has not been rubbed and sanded as many times as the top, and you can tell by looking at it. So part of going to the Nats is having the airplane look equally well, top and bottom. Thank you, Jim Lynch. So this is 3,000 here. The last bone out is at 5,000, but I'm using 3,000 now. Let me get some water on that. You think, well, what is 3,000 going to do for you? Well, we'll show you. It flattens the paint. So the Zenith sanding, start rubbing on this baby. Try to stay off the ink lines, because you don't think 3,000 or 5,000 will rub ink lines off, but it certainly will. It'll rub right down to the balsa wood. Keep it wet, keep it moving. So we have to make this bottom look just as good as the top. Now, if you look at a Gibson guitar or a Steinway piano, or that's hand rubbed lacquer. I can feel it cutting. I can feel it cutting big time. So we'll get a paper towel here. Oh, there goes the parts washer. Got to turn it back on. I got to keep it running the whole time. It'll only let you set it for 480 seconds. I don't know why it won't run until I say quit, but it won't. Oop. you look right there, right on the edge of that balsa wood, just in a couple of strokes, I broke through and hit the red. I mean, I'm not going to do anything about it because I caught it just in time. But I flattened it pretty good. What you're looking to do is get all the acne out of the airplane. You look at it, that's basically how to describe it. It's not orange peel, it's acne. It's the high spots and the low spots. Right in here. Say, who in the hell would put that kind of effort into something? Well, I do. Will it get me any more points? Probably not. This is a 19-point airplane. It's not a 20. I don't believe there is a 20. But it's definitely front row. If I'm not on the front row, there's something wrong. That's about all we're going to get this year because flying has been sparse. It was windy when I looked outside when I woke up. It's windy right now. Like I say, they're probably out flying, but won't be me. Go out there and sit under the tent, be miserable. It looks shiny here, but it's not. Not to my standards, anyway. So, a little Windexo. Matter of fact, let's get a little more water. It's cheaper. And just before the gnats, it'll get a 5,000 sand out. Let's see if we can make it any more. If you look right here, see how bad that looks? That looks terrible. We'll get it out. We'll get it out. Working on the shell now. Anybody got any idea how many hours I got sanding on this airplane? I bet Dave knows. Reason I'm Miguel. Yes, I use Randolph colored dope. All the dope on this airplane is Randolph. Cadillac red, jet black, insignia white. Let's see. Maybe it's Pontiac red. No. It's a Vermilion red. No. Tennessee red. Yeah, I think it's Tennessee red. No, Colorado red. Hard to tell. Might be Cadillac. I don't know. It's one of them. I know it ain't Pontiac red, and it ain't Madrid red. I think it's Cadillac red. I know that's what's on that airplane there. It's Cadillac red. Tennessee red, Pontiac red. I don't know. It's red. I probably have to, anything ever happens, I probably have to order all the reds to get the right one because I didn't write it down. And I'm out. John's going through that problem right now. He doesn't know what red he used. And we got to get some more colors. Hey, Chris. Good evening. I'm finished rubbing tonight, or not really ever done, but I'll work on it some more. Okay, it's pretty flat now. You can't feel any of the lines, but it's dull. I know it looks shiny it looks shiny, but it's not. It's not like the other side. So take a look at this. I'll flip it over. You can look at the other side and see the difference. Oh, I hear it. See the difference? That's much shinier. It's, I don't know, probably a 12-inch finished. But we're not working on the top tonight. We're working on the bottom. And to get the bottom looking as good as the top. So please put Jim Lynch in your prayers. I don't know how many of you guys knew Alan Brickhouse, but I flew with all these guys. He's gone. I don't want to lose any more of them. Yeah, you can tell this one's shiny. You can see the reflection of the wall over here, so it's probably got a, I don't know, 24-inch finish on top. Maybe 12-inch on the bottom. I don't know. Let's see what it is. Yeah, there we go. This is how you tell how deep your finish is. I can get the light to go. Not real good light. Well, I can see the top of the ruler, but I can't quite read it. The light's not very good in here. Oh, that's dangerous. You can see the top of the ruler, but I can't read it on this because the light's bad, but I can see it. Definitely. So that's 6 inches. It's probably a 24-inch finish. Not bad. Not bad for no paint. Remember, there's only 1 quart of dope on this airplane. That's it. So, I ended up getting some more. Let's use the ultimate. That's the ultimate polish. Let's use the ultimate compound. Get it started. I ended up getting some more finesse it. Oh man, what a dog turd there. That's a bit much. But should be all right. Smear it around. Dan, if you're sitting in that chair, you better get downstairs and at least put the motor in so you can come flying. This is a strange hobby, sport, or whatever. If you don't do the work, you ain't going to get the rewards unless you're a buy and fly guy or an F2B guy where they don't build anything. So you wonder what's going on with this buffer. Well, what the buffer is doing is it's bringing up the heat and it's melting the paint. I got a couple ink lines I need to fix. Whether I do it or not before the nets, I don't know. More than likely I will. It's hot now. I wish I could use another quarter clear. This baby be a jewel. But it'd be 3 ounces heavier. Okay, this is Finesse It. This is a final glaze. It's high in petroleum. You can smell the petroleum in it. It reacts with a chemical to the paint. I'm just going to hand polish this. I'm not going to run the buffer. We'll see how it comes out. And then I'm going to put the carnauba on it. See if it brings it up a notch. What a lot of work to go through for this shit. I got a kick out of that one kid that says, how do you know it's going to fly? How do you know it's, sell it and buy a new one or whatever. You can't buy these. And how do I know it's going to fly? Well, I built a few of them. They all fly, just some better than the others. But, the more I think about it, this one's real close. It needs a handle adjustment. I got it out, the handle out at 4 1/4. I'm going to bring it into 4 on Saturday when I go fly. We'll bring it into 4-inch spacing, and that should tame it down a little bit. Because this airplane's a little bit more tail heavy than the Junar. Because it's a couple ounces heavier. Junar is 58 and this is 61. So let's see, 58.3 and 61.85. About 3 ounces close. I can see in this video that the shine is starting to come up now on this side. That's good. I got this ink line to fix and that one right there to fix. That one. What's happened is because I don't use a lot of paint, I've sanded through the clear and sanded off some of the ink lines. So that's one of the reasons why I was getting the pens ready, because I knew I used the red pen on this one for these panel lines. And I need to match them, so I'll shoot a little white there and then ink over it, and I'll ink that line again. Then I'll take my airbrush and ink the lines in or rub them out. And you'll never know that I did that, except for I just told you that I did it. Okay, let's clean off the goop. See how bad it looks. It's gonna take another rub out or two, I can tell already. Gonna take another one. After all this gets done and you put a coat of paste wax on it, you rub on it some more. I don't know how many of you guys here have seen my airplanes in person, but these pictures really don't do them justice. Okay, that's about all I'm going to work on this panel tonight. You just, one panel at a time, do a little, come back, do it again. This is about the fourth sand and rub out on the bottom here. It's coming. It's not quite as good as the top, but I got a month to finish it up. I think tomorrow night we're going to work on the Astro Hog. You guys up for that? I'm pretty much dialed in that this is the one I'm going to be flying. I didn't want to fly the Continental, but I think this one's going to be closer to trim. So that's one less thing I got to worry about. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, these are, it doesn't look anything like it does in person. Keep rubbing. I think the one that really doesn't, the pictures really don't do it justice is my red Monado, the one with the gold leaf lettering. That baby pops because it's got that gold flake in it. This one here, just a plain old white airplane. Doesn't have all that good stuff in it. Now, if you look at this flap, I boned that flap out really well. See the light in the background? That's what the whole airplane's got to look like. I did this whole flap where I did it flat. Well, I did the other one too. I did this one as well. And we'll get the whole airplane to look like that somehow. Oh, I got a little line to fix there, I see. But those are little minor details. When you rub through an ink line or whatever, it's not that big a deal. It's not the end of the world. You just lay the ruler up there, come back, ink the thing in, take your airbrush, go over it with 3-4 coats, then rub it out, blend it in, it goes away. And you can't tell. That's the magic of dope. Dope is the easiest medium to work with. Now, if you were working with base coat, clear coat, some of that other stuff, and you go through a panel line or whatever, you'd have a heck of a time repairing it. You know, I don't understand why guys don't want to use dope. Not the kind you smoke, but the kind you use to paint as a medium, because it's so forgiving. And you can get such a nice quality finish with it. It's just a lot of work. It's not an instant. If you saw this airplane when I first painted it, it basically looks like the one hanging on the wall there. Yeah, it's got a shine on it, but it ain't mirror shine, but it will be. That thing will all have to be sanded and roughed and polished. I mean, I'm so much farther ahead with this airplane, the Tucker, that I don't know what I was thinking, that I was going to get the Continental ready to go, because I'm a month of rubbing and sanding on that yet. So to make it look like this, and you'd be surprised what you can do with dope. I'm going to paint an airplane with a bug sprayer just to prove a point. Everybody says, you got to have this and you got to. No, you don't. I can spray this with a bug sprayer and get a finish exactly like this one right here. Just as shiny, just as smooth, but it's just more work. It's more sanding. As long as you got the material on the airplane and you have the patience to block sand, wet sand, polish and rub, it will look perfect. It will be fine. It's just a matter of how much work you want to put into it. Well, we wasted another hour, but I thought that I would come on and give you a rundown of what I'm doing. I think we'll work on the Astro Hog tomorrow night. I think I'm going to go a different route depending on how I feel on the ribs and that stuff. I don't think I want to invest a whole lot of money in building a stunt style RC airplane. I think I'm going to use more of the kit wood, and we'll just try to build it as light as possible. Remove some of the wood, use some of the techniques that I know to get rid of some of the weight. But I just don't want to load up with. I don't want to do all that work, to be honest with you. Because I don't fly RC, I'm going to end up giving it away. And well, there you have it. Another hour wasted with Sparky and Hangar Rash. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate my subscribers and my channel members. If you got a couple bucks, you want to kick it my way, please become a member of the channel. It's $4.99 a month on the small end. And that helps me buy glue, wood. I mean, we ain't getting rich at this, I'll tell you that right now. I'm going out backwards. For the amount of time that I put into this stuff, I probably make about 3 cents an hour. If I'm lucky, 3 cents an hour, maybe 2 cents an hour. It's nothing you're going to retire on, that's for sure. Anyway, like, subscribe, and share. Join me tomorrow night. I think we'll work on the Astro Hog. And I got to eat dinner and go back to sleep. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.